Hey, what's going on guys? Arekkz here. Welcome back to another video for Animal Crossing New Horizons, and today marks the beginning of a brand new project. I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of videos of constructing 5-star islands. I even gave you my own tour of my own 5-star island, which I am actually pretty happy about, or should I say I was pretty happy about. However, as with anything, I kind of built up a lot of things, got my village to a point where I was, pretty happy with like the different sections of it, and then I just decided I wanted to do something completely new. And, there is no ability in Animal Crossing to just completely delete your island unless you want to delete your save file, which I didn't. I wanted to keep my villagers, I wanted to keep my money, I wanted to keep all the stuff that I'd been saving up on all my crafting materials so I could make all the fancy new stuff, but I did want to start fresh. So I set out on the rather mammoth task of destroying my 5-star village and completely flattening it. Now, yes, maybe this was overkill. Maybe I could have just sort of, dug up the path, got rid of the walls and started to gradually reshape it. But you know what? I wanted a completely blank canvas. I wanted to flatten everything. No elevation, no rivers, no nothing. I want a completely flat piece of ground, and then I'm going to build up my village exactly how I want it. I'm going to raise cliffs where I want them, I'm going to place buildings where I want them, I'm going to place other paths where I want them, and I want to go with a completely different theme. My last village was Japanese themed, or at least kind of a third of it was. The rest of it was a little bit kind of random, whereas this time I'm thinking potentially maybe like more medieval. I'm thinking more kind of castle theme. I might even try and recreate Hyrule Castle, given that my island is called Hyrule. So, I've got a lot of ideas, but for the time being, I thought, you know what, why don't I time-lapse the destruction process? Because it took me many hours to build this, but it also takes a remarkably long time to unbuild it, to destroy it, because everything needs to be done, as I'm sure you are painfully aware, one square at a time. Like having to go around and terraform everything, having to go around and pick things up, having to go around and remove the steps. It took me in total probably about 8, nearly 9 hours to completely flatten all this out, and then obviously a few days to destroy things like bridges and slopes. So it was a pretty big project. However, I've now got to the point where this is a completely blank slate, and what I thought we'd do in the following videos is turn this into kind of like a little project series, and we're basically going to kind of build up the island in stages, so that way you guys can tune in for different episodes as we build different elements of this village. But for the time being, that's enough from me. Enjoy this. It's gonna be a little kind of time lapse with some music behind, so you can kind of just watch the process. I admit, I didn't necessarily do this in the most efficient way, partly because, especially when it came to terraforming, there's probably a much more efficient way to break things apart, but it got quite boring. Going around the island having to get rid of all the cliffs, like sometimes I would just start on the left side and then I just fancy a change of scenery, so I'd wander to the right side and start terraforming there, or I'd just start cutting up the landmass into chunks so it didn't seem so daunting. So, instead of just going up, from the left side to the right side, which would have made more sense, I did at times, chop and change and jump between areas. So, might not have been the fastest way, but this is the whole process from start to finish. I got rid of my walls first, got rid of the items first, chopped down all the trees, dug up all the stumps, then did all the terraforming, then moved some of the buildings, destroyed the stuff, and that's basically the process. Anyway, you can watch it, you can enjoy it. It's a little bit long, but I've sped this up about 1,000 times, so this is about 9 hours, cut down into, I guess, 20-30 minutes. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. A little bit different. I'm sure, you've seen plenty of building 5-star village islands. Maybe you haven't seen destroying a 5-star island. So if you guys do enjoy this, then a like would be super appreciated. If you don't want to miss the following videos where we build up to a brand new island, then definitely make sure you turn on those notifications so you don't miss our future Animal Crossing videos. And of course, be sure to keep it locked for plenty more. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, you can join the Arekkz Gaming Discord. We've got an awesome community over there with so many different channels for you to chat loads of different topics and different games. I'm in there, the team's in there. If you guys want to chat with us, find people to play with, it's just in general a great place to be. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of our future uploads.